This on? Of course it's on. Nope. Nope. We don't want that background noise. Okay, so this is the next game I'm actually covering, and after that, there was another thing that is going to be a deep dive I want to do, but this one I definitely wanted to cover. It's the unexpected game from State of Play, but even before then, this game got me so interested that I was like, alright, let's see what this is all about. And lo and behold, we get another trailer for it. So yeah, everything they're given, or everything that they've been giving us in terms of this game, it's been pretty much a standout. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get started. Let's see what they got. Hold on. And yeah, even though it's not going to show 4K, that's fine.
I have 1,000 questions. Why did you come back?
I stood in the home I was born in. In that moment, I felt a connection. What happened here?
Madness and hatred and lots of it. Impossible. You must continue. We've begun to uncover.
Hi everyone, I am Jonathan Jacques Bellatet. I am the creative director and the art director on Hell Is Us here at Rogue Factor. So today I'm super excited because we're going to show you some brand new gameplay, some new sequences, and some new tidbits from the game that we've never shown before. Hell Is Us is a third-person action-adventure game that blends the old-school thrill of exploration and discovery with a deeply satisfying melee combat system. You're going to wield a lot of different weapons, master various skills, and strategically use your drone's abilities to gain the upper hand in battle.
Oh, this
But
is
combat
cool.
is only 50% of the experience. The other half of the game is all about the exploration, the discovery, the joy that's related to them, and how they play a central role in your journey.
Do you know where the village of Jova is located?
It's in Akasa Marshes. It's quite a ways from here.
So you play as Remy, and you're returning to the country you were born in. The country is called Hadia, and search for answers, but only to find that the land is torn apart by a vicious civil war. With only a few pieces of information to start with, so you'll have to investigate to uncover the truth about your past and figure out where to go next. But unlike traditional games, Hell Is Us doesn't rely on quest markers or a guided path. There's no magical compass pointing you in the right direction, and there's no quest journal with, the shopping list of everything that you need to do and in which order. But instead, our player plattering approach encourages you to follow your own instincts, discover clues organically, and chart your own course through the adventure. In this sequence, we just arrive at a village called Jova. This is the village where Remy was born. He remembers that. He also remembers one more clue, which is his father was the blacksmith of Jova. So these are kind of like the earlier or the earliest clues that you have in the game in order to decide what to do, where to go, who to talk to, and how to chart your own path into trying to find your parents.
Hey, who are you?
I'm Rebecca. I've been hiding here since the attack on Jova, when the bombs fell from the sky. I was playing in the treehouse with my baby brother. Parents ran out and screamed at us to get down. My baby brother ran to them. That's when the bomb exploded.
Oh, jeez.
So, I'm looking for the blacksmith. Do you know where he is?
I don't know him very well. I think he doesn't like kids much. I saw some villagers leaving with the, ON peacekeepers on their white trucks. Maybe he went with them.
Hey, did you see where the white trucks went?
I watched the white trucks drive away. They took the road that turns behind the hill with the ancient monuments. We can see them from here.
This is some interesting shit. I'm curious about a demo. That's the one thing. I really want to see a demo of this.
So
I
as
wanna
you
see
saw,
that.
we just learned that the blacksmith probably left with one of the humanitarian convoys from the Organized Nations, which are the peacekeeping forces stationed in the country. We've also found a map that appears to show a route coming out of the Akasa marshes. So we'll stop here for now. We've gathered a few clues. We have a bit of an idea where to go next for our investigation. We've shown you how things work a little bit and how you can connect the dots. But, you know, I want you guys to discover it for yourself when the game comes out in September.
Which is not that long.
In this section, we're stepping away from the main investigation to explore the many hidden secrets and side investigations scattered throughout Hadia. You can complete the game without ever uncovering them. But if you're curious and observant, you might just stumble upon some incredible discoveries. Our core philosophy is simple. If your instinct tells you there's something to do, then there probably is. The footage you're seeing now showcases just a few of the many secrets woven into Hell Is Us. These are playful examples of how the game handles secondary investigations, but they perfectly illustrate our approach.
I'm only permitted to play Sabinian classics, I'm afraid. Unfortunately, I only happen to know one of their dreadful compositions.
There are countless mysteries waiting to be uncovered. If you trust your instincts, you'll find yourself solving some truly fascinating mysteries along the way. Now, when we talk about player plattering, it doesn't mean you'll constantly need to overthink every step to progress. Many elements will be clear and intuitive, as our belief is that you actually don't need quest markers to navigate and advance in the adventure. That being said, for those who love a challenge, some of these deeper secrets will require keen observation and deduction to be uncovered. Good luck.
Alright, you got me intrigued.
Take another look at the sequences we've just shown in this video and share with us your first ideas on how to solve this last secret. Let's see who can connect the dots first.
I rationed his milk as long as possible, but ran out yesterday. Poor Uli is starving. I don't know how I can possibly get any more.
Alright, I'm thinking. Okay, baby bottles.
Thank you all so much for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed this new look at Hell Is Us. We're so passionate about our game and we've worked so hard on it.
I
The
can
game
tell.
launches on September 4, 2025 on PlayStation 5. See you soon for more exciting news.
I hope it's not near Grand Theft Auto 6, otherwise you're screwed. Your girl probably... Oh yes, you were. That time went fast. And I know what I enjoyed about it. Oh yeah, definitely a 9 out of 10. I've been watching a lot of trailers that I've been given willingly 9 out of 10. Also, my bad, I know we're 8 minutes into this. But yeah, Abby was in that Last of Us trailer. That's my bad. I didn't recognize her because I was like, is that Ellie? No, I was like, oh no, that's actually Abby. So they did show Abby. So yeah, I'm gonna have to recant, but that live stream is already done, so it's too freaking late now. But yeah, let's actually look at like certain sections of it. Hold on. Yeah, these are some really cool shots overall, and I'm gonna just like go through.
So today I'm super excited because we're going to show you some brand new gameplay, some new sequences.
Oh man, that is some pretty shots right there. Yeah, a lot of people are saying that this is Death Stranding meets Dark Souls, and that's a weird combination, but it absolutely works. Ironically, Kojima there's a Death Stranding 2 panel coming today, interesting enough. But yeah, for what I like about it, the presentation, but yeah, the environment is going to do so well. I mean, Death Stranding has some beautiful environments too, and great storytelling too, that I had to go back to that. But yeah, I'm intrigued. That's the one word that comes to mind whenever I see Hell Is Us. I'm intrigued. There is a lot. And the fact that they just have this open world, I don't know if it's going to be extremely linear, but the fact that they're giving us like a bunch of secrets that you have to discover, like, and as the director is saying, like, if you think that there's something you can do at this area, you can do it. And I'm like, I like that approach. the objective markers not being around, that's definitely Souls-like. I've seen that. I don't know. I think Death Stranding had objective marker. Yeah, I think it did. Because Kojima would do that. But I appreciate games that don't give us an objective marker. I like to go to a destination without any help. But if it's like Stump Me, then that's a great game that I actually have to Google or find walkthroughs of how to solve a puzzle. But I like, no, don't give me the easy answer. Let me discover the secret on my own. I very much appreciate that. Whenever we get that stuff like that, without objective markers, compasses, it just makes the whole experience more impactful. Because you found out the secret on your own. I very much appreciate that.
So you play as Remy, and you're returning to the country journey.
Do you know where the village of Jova is located?
What I also appreciate is our main character talking. That's Adam Jensen. I was like, that's Adam Jensen. I was like, yeah! But yeah, we all know that voice actor from Deus Ex Human Revolution. We could be wrong. It could be somebody else. If he's not Adam Jensen, then he sounds very, very similar to him. But I also like that the investigation, they're really heavy. I like the previous trailer better, but this one is pretty solid. I do like that you just don't find out the answers just from the clues. You actually have to talk to people. Actually, it's in the realm of mystery. You guys already know my favorite genre in terms of entertainment: superheroes, murder mysteries, or mysteries, and what was that one? Sci-fi. So the fact that they're leaning more into also horror, but they're also having like the detective, like, hey, find out answers of where this guy's dad is. Yeah, I'm very much intrigued. I love investigation stuff like this. Whenever there's mystery and unlikely of the most unlikely of games, you got me sold. Or if it's very 100% mystery, you got me on board so much. What? I'm very much intrigued by that. Also, yeah, I like the character designs.
Do you know where he is?
I don't know him very well. I think he doesn't like kids much.
I don't know what to think about the voice acting, but yeah, it sounds pretty good to great. We have to see an execution. I would like a demo of this. I absolutely want to play this in terms of that. We already seen the combat in, I think, one of the trailers, but I absolutely want to try a demo of this. If we don't, that's completely okay.
which are the peacekeeping forces.
Alright, let's just kind of rush through this.
Investigations scattered throughout Hadia. You can complete the game without ever uncovering them. But if you're curious and observant, you might just stumble upon some incredible discoveries. Our core philosophy is simple. If you're
Alright, so these investigation or the stuff that we find out, is it going to be like secret boss fights or like ultimate weapons or like ultimate super weapons? Or is there going to be so elaborate puzzles that will add to the story? The story looks intriguing, but it depends on the execution. As I've been saying in pretty recent videos, it depends on the execution on that your story is indicative. If your story is not executed well, then everything falls apart in terms of story. But the game is fun, then that it doesn't matter. Because this is Souls-like, but it feels like there's very heavy focus on storytelling. And you guys already know my whole, you don't already know my ebb and flow, but really my whole stick. If it's Souls-like, I'm playing it. And Hell Is Us, it's so tempting. It's Souls-like, but with Death Stranding vibes too, and that's never a bad thing at all. And there's a reason why this was a standout in terms of, this was a standout in terms of state of play. This was one of the best trailers. Hell Is Us was one of the best trailers for state of play. No matter how much state of play 2025 of February was a letdown, I can't deny that Hell Is Us is so fantastic, and I know that. So the fact that I get to cover it a little bit more thanks to a capture card, is always a delight too. But I like the developer. He seems very passionate about this. This is stuff that I like to see too. Even if it's not music, if we get to focus on gameplay or the inspiration of what inspired these characters, this world, I'm all for it. Especially if the game looks at trade.
And advance in the adventure. That being said, for those who love a challenge, Some of these deeper secrets will require keen observation and deduction to be uncovered. Good luck.
I am curious about the radio one. I don't know what's going to be the main quest or the side. It's got to be a side quest. There's no way it's going to be a main quest. But I'm curious if the radio is going to be additional story context, which I always love. If it's a fascinating story, and the collectibles tell a deep dive of the story. Oh yeah, I'm all for it. And plus, it leads into the mystery. Yeah, that's what I want. In fact, I really thought this was going to be Souls-like, and we get the collectibles by just doing certain sequences. But if they are deep dive and the puzzle sequence are actually puzzlers, oh yeah, I'm going to be all over that. That's going to be so freaking awesome in terms of the investigation. I don't know what they're going to do with this, but if they do something cool with that, that's going to be a standout. But the fact that the director who's talking, or even the company who's doing this, they're actually passionate about this, that's what I want. You know, the people who are pretty much proud of their baby for Expedition 33, yeah. That's what we need. That's what we need. And this kind of where creativity, it's still there. And I can see it's still there. But you can see that now creativity is being sacrificed for live service games. And if not live service game, it's being meant for battle passes, microtransactions. But let's face it, that's a live service game. But sometimes we need to go back to the basics of what makes video games, creativity. And this is one of them. Hell is Us is creative because they're taking an approach, they're still doing Souls-like, but they're doing Souls-like in an interesting way. Sometimes you don't need to do it like what From Software does. Sometimes you just gotta add your own spin. That's why we love Neo, because they did Samurai, but with Souls-like. That was different back in the day. It is exactly like Souls-like, but they did something else. Hell with Us is taking a completely different world, but with Death Stranding vibes and doing their own spin. You don't have to break the mode and do something completely different from Souls-like. But if you're going to do Souls-like, you better believe you're going to be creative. And you have to be creative. Since Souls-like is now its own genre, you have to do your own thing. I'm intrigued on what they're going to do with this one.
Thank you all so much for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed this new look at Hell is Us. We're so passionate about our game, and we've worked so hard on it. The game launches on September 4, 2025 on PlayStation 5. See you soon for more exciting news.
And that's the ending shot we're going to end it with. But yeah, September 4th. That's not really long. They gave us a reasonable amount of time frame from when it was first revealed. I've been watching this, and the stuff that we saw, even the gameplay, the fact that we can switch to different weapons too, which is typical Souls-like, but they have their own spin, their own environment, their own their own goal in this, and it's intriguing. It might not break the mode in terms of Souls-like, but it's doing a pretty bang-up job of what they're trying to do. So yeah, 9 out of 10. I like the deep dive of what they did with the investigation. I want to see more. I absolutely want to see more. Not just the gameplay. Gameplay looks fantastic. I absolutely want to see what the environment is about. We've seen the story trailer, but I want to see more of a story trailer. If the story absolutely is intriguing when we officially get the story trailer, or maybe we already have, if they keep focusing on the story and it's a banger, oh yeah, we're all going to love this. But yeah, I very much enjoy it. My favorite trailer was, in terms of Hell is Us, is that gameplay trailer. The gameplay trailer was pretty freaking amazing. And along with that, the release date trailer was pretty good, but I don't know what trailer I saw besides the gameplay trailer that just was absolutely fantastic. I'm just glad we have a release date. I'm glad it's coming. I love what they're doing. So in terms of my notes, presentation, gameplay, the investigation looks intriguing. The environment looks intriguing. Pretty much a Souls-like in Silver War with the splash and a sprinkle of Death Stranding vibes with Souls-like. You got me sold. I hope the game does well. I want it to do well because this will kind of wake up anybody who's doing Souls like, oh my gosh, we actually had to have a organic world, but we had to put our new spin. Yeah, I want Hell is Us to change the game, not break the mold, but I want pretty much anyone who's going to do Souls-like going forward, I want them to do something completely different. But it's not going to hold a candle to what From Software has done with Souls-like. But man, it is... I hope it... Will it win Game of the Year contender? If it's that well, like Split Fiction, even though the naysayer was looking at this like, oh, it's another Josef Fares game, it's just going to be like It Takes Two Part 2. And guess what? It's getting some pretty solid reviews! No, Joseph deserves all that critical acclaim. When I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, this looks dope. I want to see what... I was like, we have to see the final execution. And he was proud of it. Man, he was passionate about this. So if we get stuff like that, like creativity, man, 2025 is going to be stacked, and we're going to just have some great selections. So yeah, I hope, well, Split Fiction is going to definitely be nominated for Game of the Year. Monster Hunter Wilds, Game of the Year, nominated. Pretty much Kingdom Come Deliverance too. I heard that's doing pretty solid too. But yeah, the one game that will win, let's face it people, it will be Grand Theft Auto 6. If it gets released this year, oh absolutely. But in terms of what will win Game of the Year this year, if Grand Theft Auto 6, let's just say it got delayed, then, oh man, I feel bad for the games in 2026. But if it does get released in 2025, Grand Theft Auto 6. But in terms of contenders, I think they have some pretty good, solid lineups. I mean, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Monster Hunter Wilds, and Split Fiction. I'm glad Split Fiction's there. I'm so glad. But focusing on Hell is Us, I hope it gets nominated too. It might not be nominated because this might be like a cult classic, but I hope it does well. But yeah, overall, solid trailer. I like the investigation that they gave us. I want more. I do want more. Come on, September is not far. But it would be cool if we get like some more trailers that are shadow drop. But I wanted to kind of give my 2 cents on it because Hell of Us is just that intriguing game that I want to see more of, and I want to see what they'll give. Kind of like Tides of Annihilation. I was glad to cover that. So yeah, games that are getting shadow drop like this that I get to cover, freaking amazing. Cool. Alright, so now we can get... I actually wanted to cover this other trailer that was shadow drop too, but it's in kind of like, hey, I'm a music lover, so I'm going to definitely cover that. And it was just dropped, and I think it was on the Xbox side, and it's by a developer that was at the Xbox Developer Direct, so absolutely I'm going to cover it. So, guys, we'll be right back with the next clip.